I was laughing at the beginning because immediately I wanted to start the video and steal the Martin Lawrence from the Martin show from Martin. What's up? What's up? What's up? Like that was what popped in my head, but I was like, gee, I can't just like steal that. That's that's somebody else's IP, intellectual property.
Xynaface.com. So spell it out. Let me spell it one more time. XINYAFACEDOTCOM. You spell the whole thing out.
So yeah, I'll just go with mine, Rise and Love fam. It is xynaface.com. Back again. And with my vlog, right? So yeah, this part can be a vlog. Whenever it's just not like going to events and recording stuff, then it can just be a vlog. And I gotta remember that at the end of it, I gotta do my sign off, which is sa sa sa. Until the next one, sa sa sa, peace. Something like that. Whatever. I don't remember. I don't know the order, but that's gotta be part of it, right? That's part of my sign off. So um yeah, I'm just traveling for work again. Um oh, I was making fun of myself a second ago because I was like, damn, I really think I have Forrest Whitaker eye. And if you're not familiar with the actor Forrest Whitaker, great, great, great actor, has done tons of different roles over the years. But he also has like a very distinctive kind of eye situation. I don't know if he's got like an astigmatism or like technically has a lazy eye or something like that. Or maybe he does it and it's just like I've just been giving him shit this whole time. But anyway, it looks like maybe he has a little bit of a lazy eye or something like that, right? And I can see it sometimes when I'm smiling, that one of my eyes seems like it closes a little bit more than the other. Um, but the reason I was like, damn, do I really have a Forrest Whitaker eye? Which I really shouldn't call it that. No, hey, no disrespect, Forrest Whitaker. I love you. I did say you're a great, 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 great actor. So, but my FWI, the reason I was saying that was because I thought I had straightened my cap a second ago. I was like, oh yeah, let me, I think I got it straightened, all that sort of stuff. And then I looked at the video and I was like, oh my gosh, it's crooked as shit. But I thought it was straight until I looked at the video and I was like, wait a second, right? So that's one clue. Another clue is it seems as though when I am um, backing into a parking space, when I'm parking my car, when I'm parking any car, because I've noticed this as well when I'm parking my lady's car in the garage, is that I feel like I look at it one way. I'm looking in my mirrors, I'm checking my mirrors, all that sort of stuff, and I see it one way, and I'm like, yeah, we're good. Everything's good. This is straight. This is exactly where I want it. But then I hop out of the car and immediately find that it is more crooked than I wanted it to be, and possibly just in the different position than I thought it was. And so, right, these are some clues that are maybe telling me, hey man, you might have Forrest Whitaker eye. Okay. Which, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. All right. Look at Forrest Whitaker. Got a great acting career. I need to really stop talking shit about Forrest Whitaker right now. Because I think even just the number of times that I've said it, if this comes across his desk and he's like, who the fuck is this guy? I'm gonna be in trouble even before I even made a name for myself. You feel me? So, all right, that's enough of that. Anyway, um, what's going on? I'm just wondering. I don't know. This is a vlog, a video blog, I guess. So what's going on? I'm traveling for work right now. I'm in the midst of putting feelers out and trying to seek out some other employment opportunities. Some might be, some are more like professional development opportunities. Some are considerations for alternate employment. And so I'm, like I said, I've got feelers out. I'm trying to uh, figure some stuff out, and namely because the money is not money. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So I did a job rotation for 6 months where my pay rate, my base pay matched the rotation base pay. And the rotation was one of a management position. And so I think I was making an extra $1,200, $1,400 a month or something like that. Like in my paycheck, right? So what I was making was significant enough to make a difference even after all the taxes and deductions and stuff like that for me to still net, I think, like $1,200 to $1,400 um more in every paycheck. And so that ended, and the first paycheck that I got afterwards, I was like, oh my gosh, like that was my old position base pay. And it's not even like I was living my life getting super comfortable. I just forgot how little I made before. I was like, oh wow, I forgot how bad my pay was um for the work that I was doing. And so I'm returning back to it. I'm like, ew, like this is gross, bro. Even in a two income household, I'm like, bro, this is not it. So that's one of the major factors associated with me like seeking these other opportunities. Cause I'm like, bro, the money is not money. Yeah. And so we got aspirations, hopes, dreams, things we planning for that the money is not money. It's like not gonna help us get in position to do the things that we want and need to do, right? Um, diff- Updating vehicles and bigger house and potentially, hopefully, you know, having some more little ones running around, stuff like that. So um, yeah. So I'll try to give y'all an update. I'll let y'all know. But in other news, right? This might be the most boring shit ever. Like people like long form. This is like a long form uh TikTok or long form what is it? Like some kind of testimonial. Like mugs be on here talking about themselves, but I feel like I don't have enough of a crowd who who's tuned into what my life is to really be doing this shit. But whatever. Anyway, um, in other news, oh yeah, I had an opportunity to um potentially, yes, venture out into some other content creation, I guess I'll call it. Um yeah, one, it's well, I would say it's kind of a dual role situation where I would be able to create some content and engage with my local community more. And so it's really falling in line with where I want my my solo xeface.com ventures to kind of head in. And so it falls in line with that really well because it's allowing me access and giving me opportunities for exposure in my local community. So one, hey, cool, I know about more events and I'm being asked to, hey, can you come and film this event and like post it and like edit it and boom, 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 and share it with us. And so I'm doing that on like a social front, but also there's a opportunity for me to potentially do it on a business front. And on the business front, I'm like, oh yeah, I'm super down to do that. And if they're asking me to do it in support of the work that they have going on, in which they run a nonprofit and they have funds for like marketing or showing the work that they've done and things of that sort, then that's an opportunity for me to make money, like extra money for my services. So, yeah, man, yeah, like, that part sounds really dope. Like, and I'm not, again, I'm not, like, I hate, I hate feeling like I'm selling myself short, but I'm just trying to be honest with folks. I want to be honest with everybody. Like I will offer to do some of the stuff, right? Some of the stuff can be offered to be done for free early on, especially as you're trying to establish yourself so that you can set yourself up for having business opportunities in the future, right? So, but one of the things I want to be honest with folks about as I'm in a free phase, and even as I'm maybe venturing into a phase where I could be charging money for my services, I am an amateur, right? So any video editing that I've done or am doing, rewind, any production, right? All of the things that I'm doing are at an amateur level. I've not received any education, schooling, or classes associated with broadcasting. We're interviewing people with comedy, with reporting, with um, uh, production, sound engineering, um, lighting, right? Like videography, all of the editing, all of that stuff. I've not had any training on any of it. But if people like the stuff that I'm doing, like my personality as the talent, like as one of the talent persons, right? Who's trying to big up their thing, as the reporter, um, or the person covering whatever information they want to be covered, and they like my work in terms of maybe the videography, and yeah, the like some of the stuff that I came out with recently, my Juneteenth videos on my YouTube. There's some choppy parts, right? The first video, for one of the events that I went to, the Salem Juneteenth, definitely more choppy than the second one. The second one was smoother. The sound, however, right, like my capturing sound, I gotta be better. I gotta be better. And I know that I can get some different equipment to help out with that, and I can approach it a little different to help me out with that. But yeah, so some of that amateur level experience shows through a little bit. But I think I still have an avenue that I can take in order to monetize this, this work. And yeah, I'm interested in it. I guess I want to stop pretending that I'm not the talent. I shouldn't be in front of the camera. Yes, I should be in front of the camera. But instead of waiting for some opportunity to come up or somebody's like, hey, you should be on camera, which I should have listened to that one dude. There was this one dude who was asking me about modeling, bro. I should have taken him up on that shit. I should have gone ahead and done it. Even if I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm like, sure, let me get some headshots out of it. Let me, you know what I mean? Let me get some feedback from this person about what I got going on, and be like, all right, cool. Maybe I can use this for something. And damn, man, I think I was taken aback. I was like, oh, me? Like, are you serious? Um, but I really, so yeah, I need to stop pretending that I shouldn't be in front of the camera because I have the talent, skills, ability, um, joie de vivre, I guess, um, to to be entertaining. I'm an entertainer, so yeah, I should be in front of the camera. I just also have to maybe set up situations where um, I am creating the content in which I can be the talent. So I'm excited. I'm excited about just engaging socially and seeing what kind of cool stuff I can do there, because that gives me an opportunity to help plan and connect with and lead the efforts to create like this social community, which dope. Um, and then it also helps, right? Like helps me get some stuff for my content creation, just on the free side, just marketing, exposure, all that sort of stuff. And then potentially sets me up additionally to get in position to monetize my work as well. So I'm like, bro, sis, sis, you dig? Like that's serious. So and monetizing on different in different ways. So if I can get a followership, viewership on my stuff enough, then I can monetize through whatever online platforms. That's gonna give me something, right? give me something there and be able to monetize my business out here. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Well, this project, I got paid to create this, but I also own it, right? They paid me to video, to edit, to produce, right? To do all that sort of stuff. But I did all the work. So all of it still is owned by me. You dig what I'm saying? Like that's the thing that I, it tripped me out. But me and my fiance were trying to connect with photographers um, for ceremony, and I had no clue. I don't know anything about hiring on a photographer or anything like that, right? So then we talked to the one person, and they seemed pretty legit and all that sort of stuff. It was cool. Um, I was worried more about like, oh, okay, hey, we need to get somebody booked. If we don't get somebody booked, it might be hard for us to even find somebody who's at a good quality or good caliber at a decent, reasonable price or whatever. Instead of trying to shop around, we might lose some of the quality, or we might lose something in trying to shop around too much, or lose access to somebody who's available. So, but we talked to this one dude, and so we all got all the way up to the stage where he was sending through a contract, and so I'm reading through the contract. But as I read through the contract, I'm like, ugh, I don't like this shit. Like some of the stipulations that were in there, but pretty much it was saying like, as a photographer, like they own the pictures they take. Like you're a subject in the pictures that they take. You're hiring them to take pictures of you, to then have access, right? To take pictures of you, to edit the pictures, and then to give you access to the pictures in order to print them, right? To have digital copies of them, whatever. So you um, can retain or have possession of them, right? So you are paying for the act of the production, and you're paying for the possession of them. You are not paying for the ownership of the pictures. You don't own the pictures. They own the pictures. I was like, what? So I didn't know if this was the case for like videographers and stuff like that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Like looking at that contract, we ended up not going with that dude. Because like I said, there were some weird like stipulations that I was like, I'm not sure. And then my fiance was like, oh yeah, let's keep shopping around, da 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 da. Found somebody else. So anyway, I'm like, I wouldn't be surprised if videographers it's the same way, right? Unless that there is some contract that says, right, like, oh, okay, the person who, like, obviously it's different if you're uh, doing like a show or a movie or something like that, the movie studio or the production company, or there's people who own different parts of whatever is created, right? The people who are working in video, and production and sound engineer and all that sort of stuff, they're more hired on. They don't own it at that point. But if the hell shifted in the car, I don't like that. But anyway, but if I as I want to say amateur. No, 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 not amateur, but I as a oh my gosh, what do they call them? Freelance? Yeah. If I as a freelance reporter, freelance videographer, all that sort of stuff, um, approach a business, approach a company, or approach an entity and say, hey, I can do this, this, and this for you. These are my rates, and this is what my contract would state is that I own it, right? Unless they request some different level of possession where it says, okay, well, their possession means that I, right? Like, I don't know. It would really just be specific to whatever contract that I draw up with those people because yeah, if I set it up like that, then and they don't like it, obviously they can go with somebody else, or I can um, amend my amend my contract so that it fits within what they're wanting to do more closely. So yeah, man, that shit was crazy. I'm like, yo, so that's kind of the move. That's kind of the direction I'm heading in. Um, in terms of it moving closer to a potential like monetization, I guess I would want to do some research to see what kind of rates people are charging for stuff. And then I would lower my rates to a certain degree. I would lower them depending on what all I'm doing. So there's part of it where it's like, okay, well, hey, I can't guarantee the quality of videography that somebody else can who has either done this for a longer period of time, or who has been trained on it in some way, shape, or form, right? So they might have those benefits over me. Now, I say that and I'm like, gee, YouTube is out there, bro. So yeah, there's YouTube, so I can learn it on my own. That's not a stipulation or thing that I can't necessarily like overcome um, through doing some research and stuff like that. And um, so I can still be self-taught and still gain some skills, gain some knowledge, gain some ability by right putting some time into it. But if I'm not classically trained, right, leaning into the amateur style, but it is different because I am also offering something different than a videographer. They might not be offering a service such as like interviewing or reporting on something, right? Usually it's like that's news coverage or something like that, or somebody, an additional person being a part of the reporting. And if I'm coming up with questions, right? And if I'm asking the questions, I'm helping to facilitate a dialogue and the conversation, and I'm right leading in, leading out, whatever, right? Like present in the video that is being captured, then I'm also talent. So you're not just paying for videography, editing, production, blah 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 blah. You're paying for me as an artist, right? As part of the talent, right? So not just the video artist, or videographer in that artistry, but you're also paying for me as talent. So I'm like, man, yeah. So I definitely want to do some research, look at some rates and stuff like that, and then kind of make some decisions, trying to cut my stuff up. I remember last year when my brother was getting his ducks in a row for his LLC, um, his uh, his chess education business, right? And I forget the tagline, bro. That's why I always get caught up and stuck in how to describe it. But it's he teaches chess skills and like builds on them for like life skills and things of that sort. But when he was getting his ducks in a row for his LLC, we were talking through like, okay, well, what are your rates? And are you doing like subscription services? And what does somebody get from paying this versus this? And if you were to offer different rates for different stuff, then what are you giving somebody? Like more time? Are they getting different services? Are they getting right? So like try to break it down that way so you have almost like a price sheet of your services, right? That outline your services. So for me, I can do something like that where I outline paid services, right? That you can hire me on for my services as talent, right? Oh, hey, you just want me to come and be in your cool. Come and be xinyourface.com. Gang, gang. Read some lines, blah, 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 blah. Cool. Um, you want to hire me on for the whole shebang. Cool. You want to hire me on just to shoot video and stuff like that? Yeah, sure. I can do that too. Um, so I'm just like, yeah, man, like this seems really cool. Um, these opportunities that I'm looking at, I want to take advantage of them, not sleep on them, not mess around on them. So, yeah, I'm not even of the mind where I need to do any of that through work. And there was an idea that popped into my head about like, oh, okay, is there a way for me to engage in this work in this kind of hobby of mine and bring it to my 9 to 5, my day job? And I don't even want to. I was like, oh yeah, I can. not necessarily be the talent at xingyourface.com, but be myself, Xavier, and like interview people and do that sort of stuff and put together like a project and videos and all sort of stuff. And I was like, nah, bro, I'm not. That's not a part of my position description. I'm not gonna spend time and effort putting into that. And there's so many other issues and concerns um, and friction points to work through that. Nah, no, doesn't make sense. So anyway, that is enough blabbering for this vlog entry, right? So I'm gonna bring it to a close. I appreciate you for tuning in. Thanks for kicking it with me, for hanging with me. I hope you are having an amazing day. If not, then um, you seek out what you need in order to improve your situation. If it's rest, try to get some rest. If it's you're hungry, hopefully you get some food. If it's love or care that you're able to get that from somebody, or right, like seek that out. Say, hey friend, hey partner, hey brother, hey sister, hey you know, whomever, right? Parent, I need a little extra care. Cause, I need a little extra care. Um, and just as a reminder, I saw a post on Facebook that I did from years ago. They'll give you like the 3 years ago you posted this, and I just did the I'm rooting for you, right? I am rooting for you. I'm rooting for your success. Um, I may not know you personally, or we may not have talked recently at all, but I love you and I'm hoping for the best for you. I'm not rooting against anybody. If we don't get along, cool. I still hope you're successful in doing whatever you do, as long as it ain't in conflict with what I got going on over here. Um, or if it's not in conflict with um the rise of somebody else, right? Like if you holding somebody down in order to bring yourself up, I'm not really with that, right? But um, all peace, all love. Until next time, sa sa sa.